I'm trying to clean my desk real quick. Hang on.
Okay, it's a good thing we're not live or anything.
Are we live? You're such a jerk.
Hey, everybody.
My desk was totally clean that entire time. Nobody saw anything.
So we are live. Stephen Farrell here, Northern Utah Jobs. I am here with Heidi Bencomo. How you guys doing tonight? Today? What time is it? 3 o'clock? It's the daytime still.
Afternoon.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do just this quick Facebook Live. I put in the comments above that the jobs are gone. They're going away. They're going away fast. And that whole design your own shift, like pick your days, pick your hours, pick your pay. It's gone. It's going away, Heidi. It was a really short window, and some people jumped in and they got the job of their dreams, the shift, the pay, everything they ever wanted, Heidi. They got it, and now it's going away.
Well, you have too much of a good thing, and it's no longer a good thing.
Yeah. So we do have a couple of them left. So if you're tuning in, you want that perfect job. Whew. You better jump on it now, because it's going to be a thing of the past, and I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. All right, and before we get started, Heidi, remember, join our WhatsApp group. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, that one didn't have any music. I uploaded the wrong one. But let's get started. Let's do the fun intro. Let's do that, and then we're going to talk about the jobs we do have open, the design your own shift positions that are left, and we'll go from there. Ready, set,
go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We have the biggest news ever in history right now that we're about. This is a live video going into the job board.
We'll begin. All right, so check this out. Are you ready?
Okay, go.
So we have a job right now where you're vacuuming a tote, wiping it down, okay? And these are empty totes.
Okay.
$16 an hour as your base pay, plus shift differential if you work swings or graves. This is like a Monday through Friday type of job. You'd be making $17.28 an hour, and you're vacuuming a tote and wiping it down, an empty tote that weighs like 5 pounds.
So anybody who's really into cleaning, that is like the dream job.
Yeah, this is not even cleaning. I mean, it's like so simple. I think it's awesome. What a great wage. What a great job. So I think we have 4 openings left out of like the 15 that we had this morning.
Wow.
So it's really popular. So if you like vacuuming and wiping down an empty tote.
I feel like you should start it with, if you like money.
That's a good point. I'm a bad marketer. I just didn't do money.
If you're looking for a job that's not going to break your back, because so many jobs that pay really good right now are super heavy lifting. Yeah,
they really are. That's what we need to talk about, Heidi. There's, we've had this flood of job openings the last few months. It's just been crazy. I mean, so many companies have just tried to catch up from being shut down. Not only were companies locally shut down, but their suppliers were shut down across the country, across the world. And because COVID affected everybody, you have these mass quarantines, you have whole shifts and departments being quarantined across the country. So the product just couldn't get out in a timely manner. And so once the product finally started flowing in, it's just a matter of just catching up, which takes several months for our companies. and the jobs were there. I mean, they were just plentiful, and everybody increased their wages, and everybody got real aggressive on their offerings to get people in the door, and which has been awesome to see. And I've been telling people, I've been warning people for months now that this is going to come to an end. This is a job seekers market, but it won't be forever. And we're seeing that now. We're seeing the slowdown, which I'm kind of sad about, Heidi. I don't like the slowdown. I like this craziness. I wish it would last forever.
I agree.
It's just not reality, though, right? And eventually, it's going to slow down, and it is slowing down. And so, if you are watching this and you need a job or you're looking for something better, this is like the last warning call. Like this is the time to do it. We're at the end of the job seekers market. There's only a couple weeks left. There's not a lot of jobs left, and I should say, if you're looking for a career move, that this is the time to do it. The better positions, maybe the better pay or the better shift or the better company, those openings, there's only a few left. And so you've got to make your move now if you've been considering making a move. And we've seen a lot of people make that career move, that jump, Heidi. Like they're working at one company, they've been there for a while, feel like they've kind of just hit their peak. There's nowhere else to go. And we've seen them move to other companies and grow their career, and it's been really fun to watch. And now, Heidi, you remember we talked about a month ago? This was back in October, end of October. Design your own shift. You can pick your days you want to work, pick the hours in those days, and then pick your pay. Since when could you do those three things in one time? In one fell swoop?
Only in like October and November, maybe a little bit into December, but definitely not going into January.
Yeah, it was such a cool concept, and I told people these were limited positions, but we've got them, and people jumped on them, and it's been a success. But now we're coming to a close. I only have that 95% fit we could have had for you is maybe now an 80% fit on picking your days and everything, right? And that's going to be
one thing that gives.
Yeah, and it's just coming to a close because the job seeker market is there's not as many jobs out there. And to be frank, we had people moving into Utah to get a job. We're shuttling 100 people in from Wyoming. Like if you're not going to take it, someone else will, whether they're in Wyoming or Idaho. Like they're going to come and take take the job because their economies got hit much harder and they haven't recovered the way Utah has. And so if you're a local job seeker, you want to make a change, you've got to do it. There's no better time in the present, and the market is getting pretty tight right now. And the drive to be competitive in wages, like it was a race to get to the best wages. It was a race for the best benefits offering. It was a race to give you the best schedule that's flexible with your schedule. And now that the race is over, there's not a lot of motivation to keep moving like that as a market, a local market, to keep driving wages up and competitiveness and different shifts. Like that drive is kind of settled down. So whatever's left out there, and it's some good stuff that's out there, you've got to go after it now. Are you seeing anything similar there in Cache Valley?
I love how Cache Valley is like a foreign concept to the people over there in Ogden.
It really is. Yeah, it's very foreign. It's a foreign country.
No, we've been seeing this for quite a while now, actually. I feel like Ogden's just starting to catch up.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of really desirable jobs, but it has turned, or I guess it's still a little bit more of a job seekers market in that there's still a lot of job openings, but it's not as much of a job seeker market as it was over there in Ogden. We are seeing that there are, still a lot of opportunities. There's a good variety, but there's a fewer amount of jobs available. So there's still that good variety, but it's only 2 or 3 that are open instead of like the 10 or 20 that there used to be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the other thing I want to hit on before we continue with jobs is, we had the stimulus checks that have been deposited into people's bank accounts and being mailed out to them. I don't know if you got yours, Heidi. I got mine. Oh,
Everybody in my family has, but I haven't.
I got mine the first night.
And I crashed into a fence the other day that now I have to fork out the money for, and I could really use that check.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I am. And I crashed with my sister's car, so it was great.
Yeah.
Best experience of my life.
Why did you do that?
Well, I was going to hit a telephone pole, and then I was like, better not.
Wow, I got to hear this story another time. I've only crashed through 3 fences in my life. 4
Only
maybe.
3? That was my first fence, okay? I've hit a lot of ditches, but that was my first fence.
Hey, I got in my first rollover accident in Cache Valley when I was like 19.
Ditto.
Yeah.
And I was like 19.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that was not fun.
No, it was not.
What did you do? Were you
I was passenger, and I was sleeping, and I got awoke into a rolling vehicle.
Oh, that's really scary.
And a shattered arm. I've got this
Wow.
nasty scar that goes all the way up. It's great.
Oof, I'm sorry. Dang.
It's awesome. I love it.
I came out unscathed, luckily, and I pushed my car back over, and I drove away with a broken axle.
Okay, some of us are not Superman.
It was a 1987 Honda Accord. The thing was light. It was like 200 pounds.
Okay, I had crashed a brand new vehicle, like straight off the lot, had 1,000 miles on it, and we rolled it over, and I totaled it. So
Ooh.
it was great.
Oh, we got Dave Wilson here, Superman.
Superman.
Dave, you got to get on the call, man.
I will get your back.
Now, what's up with that, Dave? I don't understand why you do all these calls with Steven, and then, Heidi over here just has to sit and watch.
I'm gonna send him an email to join us. I don't know if he's available, but if he is, Dave, come on to the program. I just sent it to your results email. On. All right. Let's see if we can get the famous, social media expert podcaster from the East Coast. You are right.
The ultimate Superman.
Yes, in 5 minutes. I don't know, Dave. We'll see.
I don't know if Steven can do a Facebook Live that's only 17 minutes long.
Shut your face. We're 13 minutes into this. How do we get to car crashes? Like we were talking about the stimulus bill. Oh yeah, you need it because
I
you
haven't
crashed.
gotten my check yet, and I got into a crash and need to pay for it.
But for those that are thinking about what to do with that stimulus money, hey, do I take a month off of work? Do I take a week off?
It's a trick.
What's the trick?
Taking a month off of work. Change jobs. You have this golden opportunity for extra money to pocket or to, what is it called? Cushion your pockets or whatever. Stuff your pockets with. I don't even know what the saying is. But anyways, line your pockets. Is that what it is? Thank you, Paula. My conscience is at it again.
That doesn't sound very, that line your pockets? I don't know.
You have this golden opportunity where you can take that money and instead of living paycheck by paycheck, you can transfer over to a job where you don't have to live paycheck by paycheck anymore. You can get that desirable wage and not have to worry about any lost wages, not have to worry about getting fired the second you tell them that you got to turn in your 2 weeks notice and you're still a week out on your new job. Like you don't have to worry about that because you just got a check to help you out.
Yeah, I when you brought that up on the last Facebook Live, I didn't even think about that. Now you have this income to protect you, to shield you during that week or 2 weeks that it might take to switch jobs. Normally, if you give notice, you might get fired early because, hey, why do we need you if you're giving your notice? But now you have a little bit of padding to help you still pay the bills, put food on the table, and then get after the job of your dreams. I would never encourage someone to quit a job before they get another job. Like, come and talk to us. We'll make sure everything's lined up, background checks, everything's set up to be approved for you to go right into training, and then give your notice. That's what I would recommend.
Right, but a lot of people don't change jobs for that reason. I know that was a big thing for my husband and I for a while, is that there is that fear that the second you put in your 2 weeks notice, they're going to be, well, if you don't want to work here, we don't want you. And they're going to fire you on the spot. And that's a very harsh reality for somebody who is working a paycheck by paycheck. They need that money to live off of. You have it now. Make that change, make your life better, quit living paycheck by paycheck and come to a better paying job, one that respects you and that will treat you for your worth.
Yeah, 100%. So again, if you're wondering what to do with your COVID money, put it in your pocket, save it for a rainy day, get after the job of your dreams. And if there's maybe a week gap of your employment, of bringing in money, you have it right there. And hey, if there is no gap, okay, great. Now use it for something else that might benefit you or your family, but use it to help you get that job to change over from one company to the next, to the one that you really want. And that's the best way of doing it. So that's what I would do, Heidi.
That's what I would do.
Instead of buying the new PS5 or big flat screen TV. Or fix your car, your sister's car.
Well, I didn't hurt the car. I just hurt the fence.
Yeah.
The car it didn't even have a scratch on it. Okay. It was a plastic fence that I ran into.
A vinyl fence, you mean?
It's plastic. It's the same thing.
It is pretty similar. All right. So, I want to jump back into some of the jobs that are out there. We have openings. I mean, every client that we've been hiring for, we still have openings. It's just not 1,000. Like literally, Heidi, we were at 1,000 openings at one point in the last few months across northern Utah.
I love how you're telling me, but I lived through this with you, Steve, and I know.
I know. That's true. But now we're not talking 1,000. We're talking less than 100, and that's a huge difference. And people are not leaving their jobs as fast as they were, going from one company to the next because, someone was paying 50 cents more. Like, it's just the market's getting very tight, and it's becoming less and less of a job seekers market. But if you're interested, if you want to stay tuned in, we're hiring still right now. And this is for, we'll start with, Layton to Brigham, and then Heidi will let you jump into your country, Cache Valley. Oh wait, we got a special guest. Oh man, you got to see this guy, his background. He's all right. Oh, hold on, we'll wait for him to get settled in. So I'm about to introduce this guy. This guy's a celebrity. You guys have probably seen him on national TV, across social media, on podcasts, interviewing CEOs of, big tech companies. This guy is, he's just fun to chat with. I've been able to be on his program a few times, and we just have a blast. And we interview best-selling authors. Like it's just a blast with Dave. So Dave, welcome. How are you?
How's everybody going? How's it going in your world, man?
Oh, we're just we're talking about how the market was a job seekers market, plentiful. And overnight, it's just dried up. There's not as many jobs anymore.
Yeah, we just went down. Oh, hi, it's
Heidi.
Heidi, spelled with an H-E-L?
H-E-I. Yeah, that's an I.
Oh, it looks like an. All right, Heidi. How you doing, Heidi? It's nice
Unless
to meet you.
you're asking Steven, then it's H-I-E.
That's right, H-I-I before E.
Yeah, Steve, I just got back from War Staffing. We were over there, and we were looking at jobs. And we have seen a decrease. Yeah. It has decreased from 11 down to maybe 5, from 100 down to maybe 30. So the people still have options. And I was listening to your show prior to this, just sitting there watching TV because I just got home. And I agree with you when you said you have a choice right now. Yeah. Now's the time to make that change. Now's the time to get out there. Now's the time to look at the job boards. Now's the time to go on social media. Make a change for being furloughed. You have so many options, but it is going to start to slow down. Then we're going to be influctuated with so many candidates on top of that.
Yeah.
You're
so right. And I don't know if you heard this part. Heidi was mentioning, look, if you're getting those COVID funds, the relief funds right now at $600 per person, use that to protect you, to hedge against your job change. So if you put in your 2 weeks notice because you accepted another job, sometimes your company cuts you short, right on the spot. And now you're 2 weeks without income. You have these $600 per person that you could use just in case.
And it's coming more. You wait when a new president comes in. I'm not going to go there, but you're going to get an additional. And my point to that is I was actually talking about you today in a meeting about how, Elwood, how you're doing that to where you make your own hours. You come in, you tell us. Only in America can you do that right now. I mean, I can't even imagine bringing that model here.
Yeah.
We just did a sales call and they wanted, I don't know, it was like a 30%. We did all the numbers, 100 people. And I said, don't worry, you're only going to lose like maybe 15, 20,000. That's it. It's like, well, when you do the markups, but Elwood's great around here. Elwood has a lot of accounts.
Yeah.
Your company over here, they own them. Well, they do actually run a lot of the sites.
Yeah, they dominate the market. That's for sure.
But I almost beat them at XPO. Boys. So, that was a hard one. But no, you're right. And I agree, Heidi. Now's the time. Whether it's a direct hire, whether you're customer service, it doesn't matter, because Steve and I have talked before. If you have that skill set of customer service and you're working at a bar, you're working at a waitress, and they're perfect jobs for customer service.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
And they're, if you're in the hospitality and the restaurant industries, like you're used to being on your feet for long hours. It's very physical in nature, and jumping into production and light industrial is not any different. In fact, I've had some people tell me it's easier because they don't have to deal with the angry customers.
You get yelled at all the time. That's what I always say, because like I've seen it at some of the stores. You got to put up with those people coming back screaming at you. And well, some of them were only making like $10 an hour, but now you go to Walmart, Target around, you're up to $14, $15 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's hard. I mean, retail is a hard job and traditionally always paid close to minimum wage. Yeah. And so that, we always find people in retail to come in the light industrial space because they're used to being on their feet long hours. And, but yeah, you've got retailers that have really stepped up their game. But those are just the big box stores. The smaller box stores, even though they have a national footprint, they're going bankrupt because they've had to close their stores down and nobody's going to malls anymore. And it's just, so if you're a retail associate, wow, you have a great opportunity right now and it's a small window. I have been preaching this for months that, this job seekers market will come to a close. I don't know when. I kept trying to predict when, and I got it wrong every time. But what I didn't get wrong is that it is coming to a close. And I mean, Dave, you and I talked like the last couple of weeks, like it seemed like the floodgates were open, like thousands of jobs. And then literally I pull into my office this morning and I'm going through our openings and I'm like, wow, we went from 1,000 to under 100, like overnight. They're gone. They're filled.
And, well, you figure, like you were talking about that, the stimulus, that's going to put a damper, but it's at a good time. It's going to be a damper, but it's still going to stop some of those companies like around us right now. For 3 weeks, you get $600 for perfect attendance. And then another 3 weeks, you're going to get another $600. So if it was me, I would take that $1,800, whatever it's going to be, and I'm going to go work there. And I'm just going to show up for work. And you're going to give me another $1,200.
Local to right.
Wow.
That's the kind of benefit. But have you seen that turn around? Are you seeing the companies in Utah switching, like perks and?
Yeah, I was sharing this a little bit about this earlier. Locally, it was just a race. Who can increase their wages the most? Who can increase their benefits offering? Who can do more free lunches? Who can do attendance bonuses? And this is a local race, and it was so fun, right? It's an expensive race, but it was fun for the job seeker.
Oh.
But you had to, because you had to get caught up on your production needs and meet your customer demands, and now they're catching up. Some are caught up, and there's no longer a need to continue that race. And it's not just one person or one company that's caught up. It's most companies are caught up. So now, that artificial ceiling has come to a peak. It's at its apex. I don't think it's going to go any higher. I think it's going to stay here and maybe start leveling down a little bit to make it more just fair for everybody. And it's happening organically, not artificially.
Well, have you seen what's going on with the social media with iPhones. Have you
tell me what's going on with the iPhones? I've heard a little bit of how you can opt out of the advertising.
Well, it's going to cost, and you know me with social media. I'll tell you, I found out a little bit more of it today. So, iPhone offers the Facebook app on your phone. Okay,
Pre-installed.
Yeah, only on an iPhone. So your Apple. So you're going to download your Facebook app, right? Apple wants a piece of the pie. So what they're saying is now Facebook went ahead and it's going to be like 40% more of cost towards you because Apple's saying, hey, wait a minute here. We want a piece of this pie for the small businesses and like 100 people. So now for staffing companies that rely on social media for the logistics, it's going to even cost you more. And now that's what we're going to be talking about, David, next week when you come on the show, and Mr. Stearns, is you have a lot to decide now because your job boards, how many people, and now the 40% increase, you might as well say.
Yeah.
I paid $30 today in one freaking day. One day.
So that's going to just force advertisers to go to other social media platforms.
You're going to have to get real creative, even whoever does, whether any staffing company, you're going to have to really get creative now on how to get your message out there, especially, me with job boards. Social media for logistics is where it's at. But if that's going to cost you 40% more, internally, your costs are going to go way up. Even mine. For me to spend $30 in one day, $8.99 for one application.
Woo!
I was blown away. I'm going to be talking about it tonight. $8. Now, that might not sound a lot to some people, but when you're sitting there and you're putting a job up there and just for them clicking on it, charging $8, that's going to hurt. So, but Elwood's pretty big. And you guys really, what I like about Elwood is the sports. Elwood around here is sports orientated. So everything out of their Facebook page is sports. Kelly's about women in roles, but Elwood rocks on the sports. I got to give you that.
Well, I think part of where a lot of agencies are going to struggle with this and hiring managers is the organic reach. Like, what we've been building locally, for years to really start building a community. You can't pay for that. You can't build it overnight.
No.
And at some point, you just own the market organically, and it's hard to break. It's hard for anyone else to break through. It takes I don't know. We still don't see companies and agencies, doing these live videos and making it, organic and fun, and having people like Heidi on and Dave. It just
But I got something to tell you, and you're going to check into this. Brand new, breaking news.
All right, breaking news.
Elwood is the first one to hear about it, and I'll give it to you. It's a new social media site. I've signed up for it called Clubhouse. And for
never heard of it.
So, you're going to, because I can only invite one person.
Oh, are you going to invite me?
I'm going to invite you because I was just invited. I started to read upon it. So anybody utilize it, Clubhouse, you're going to be able to make, it's kind of like just different social media, but you're going to be in groups. So I was just invited by one person, but I didn't accept it because it's not going to pertain to me. So I'm going to invite you. You'll be in the group, but I think it's going to be a great thing for when I say groups of who qualifies, like who are you trying to get into that group? Logistics.
Whoa. This is a audio-based social media app.
Oh, yeah, right here. Clubhouse, right there. Clubhouse. Here it is right here. I've been invited. There's the welcome. I got my username @ResultStaff. You have to make a username. So Results Staff was open. So
and it's by invite only.
That's right, because now that I'm on there, I'm going to invite you. That's it.
So you can simply listen or choose to throw in your thoughts, image, or your thoughts.
I just started this in 2 days, man. I have been going crazy because I don't know enough about it. But when I watched the video, it was pretty good because it stood out with groups. So for me, I'm thinking about saying, okay, professional services group we offer. Then you have, your logistics. Maybe it'll work. It's brand new. Listen,
this
you were the first one I've told. First one.
You know what I like about it, Dave, is it makes you feel special. It's unique. You have to have an invite. It's a club.
You get one. That's it. One invite.
That is nuts. So you're gonna invite me. That's your one.
I will invite you because I have to figure out. I got everything done, but I can't get past one thing. I don't understand it. So, and we'll talk about that. But I will be inviting you to it. So Clubhouse, give it a shot, everybody. It'll help. Maybe it'll show some jobs. I'm just not going to tell everybody what it's about because I don't know all of it. All I know is I signed up for it. That's it. So if I can get 5 candidates, come on, for free.
Oh, wow.
So do some checking on that. And
so I'm reading it, Dave. Clubhouse is an audio-based social media app. The company describes itself as a new type of social media product based on voice that allows people everywhere to talk, tell stories, develop ideas, deepen friendships, and meet interesting new people around the world. Basically, you can jump in and out of different chats on different subjects.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
And just one breaking news that I am on Pinterest now.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, I'm on Pinterest. The intern made a Pinterest. Listen, I have no clue what she did yet. Tomorrow I'll see it. But I am on if Elwood,
look him up, Heidi.
Heidi, if you go on Pinterest and type in staffing, you're going to see, because what I learned about it for staffing is you'd say to yourself, why do I want to be on Pinterest? My wife does it to decorate the house and groups and pictures. But what you're able to do is you're going to put an image, but your words in it. You're not going to be able to put like text. So you just want to show that picture like a flyer that you're hiring or some little fancy little thing. You want to, as the recruiters in my office before would always say, put a little sizzle in it. I have no clue. Me, it's just like jobs. Put a little sizzle in it. But I'm telling you, try it. You have nothing to lose because Elwood can have it, and you can just put Pinterest. So there's 2 of them for you, man.
Heidi, in my Pinterest ads.
You got nothing to lose. The way I look at it, for Elwood staffing, and you'll probably get that under Pinterest and start putting all your things about your jobs, but you don't put text with it. Only the images. So I have to figure all that, how to put your images, the Photoshop, and I'm sure Heidi can handle that. Yep. She can handle that. So
use canva.com. It's lots of free stuff, but you can just click on a Pinterest template and build it out, drag your images in it, put your text, choose all the different styles you want, and then you can just use that.
I'm a huge Pinterest fan. I'm on Pinterest all the time. Like 95% of my time is on Pinterest.
So type it when you go on it next time, go with staffing. You're going to see a lot of different companies that started to utilize it. Okay. So the intern, Lalani, tomorrow when we meet, she's going to show me she has it made. So I'm going to hook it into it. Hey, I got nothing to lose. Yeah. What do you got to lose by it? But even like the new thing, Clubhouse, Heidi, if you get 10 people, but it's a great new tool. And one more thing, and I'm going to get going is, really, really with the social media, try to start thinking of different ideas because there's going to be no organic reach. That organic reach is done. You're going to have to get so creative on how to get it to the job boards. Like you share it to 20 different job boards and you'll get candidates. That's the only way around it right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we see that locally. It's just local job boards, and you get the word out, and people share the word, and that's how you get people in. But
and then I'm going to give you one more.
Harder and harder.
I'm going to give you one more sales tip, and I'm going to go. All right, this is for your sales, and get this: like it worked. I don't care if everybody hears it in the world. The gatekeepers. Heidi, the gatekeepers, right? You want to go out and you want to get your sales, right? I'm going to dress up, look really sharp. Hey, you're going to throw my cards out, right?
Put on the suit coat.
That's it. But get this. So now I don't think Elwood would do it, but I can do what I want. So I made up fake resumes about me. Fake. Now just hear it out. The Elwood wouldn't do that. I will. So what I did was I had recruiters reach out to me from all the companies around here. So I'm like,
you want to hear their pitch?
Thank you. No, I got their emails.
Oh,
there you go. I got the email to the company because you hired me, Dave Williams, whatever. I'm a picker packer. You emailed me because I applied for your job. So you emailed me, and now I got that email
Heidi, can you believe this?
And you
I'm
know,
really a fifth on this one.
I said, yeah, but if you go on LinkedIn, get this, if you go on LinkedIn, so the one company, right, just one, I'm going to reach out today. I'm going to go on LinkedIn, just check their names because one email is the same as everybody else's.
Oh, my
so
goodness.
now it worked though, man. I did it. So I don't want to share it. I can do what I want. So that's the only better thing about it. That's my exciting, but I get pumped up with that. But think about it. You found that gatekeeper, you're picking up sales, but you would put your regular, who cares? Nobody's going to know you're going to apply.
I think that's brilliant. That's pretty smart. Any of my employees watching this, it's not brilliant. Don't do that.
No. Only I can do that. I can do it because I'm no longer in the corporate world. There's
That's
a lot
right.
of things I can do. I'd be on your, Heidi, I could be on your social media page right now, and you won't even know it.
I would love you to be on my social media page. It's kind of boring right now. I'm still working on it.
What I'm telling you, though, is I could be on there right now, and you might not even know it. Because I make up, I'm fake people. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, but
you're getting too famous though, Dave. I don't know if you can get away with it anymore.
The second somebody hears your voice, they know who it is.
Well, and like I tell you, Steve, I get adrenaline for this. Like I was at a company today. You need to make a change with staffing and logistics. If you're not talking, we've talked about this. You need to reach out to your customers, whether it be a video screening. How's everything going? Talk more. Customer service has to change and get back to what it was because I didn't do it. But I didn't do it as much when I was in corporate. I should have. But I was busy when you got 800 orders.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. They wanted you to do this and that, but Elwood's great here.
Heidi, did you hear him say that the corporate world makes you just, high expectations, just give you a million things to do, not enough time to do it, not enough resources? That doesn't sound right.
I feel like you're talking about this Steven world. That's what Steven does.
Yeah, Steve doesn't sleep like I did. I put a LinkedIn post last night. I couldn't sleep. I only slept 3 hours.
Nice.
Bob actually was like 3 a.m. Dave, will you go to bed? I was going on, and people were like, but they're around the world. They see you in different hours. So in Australia, Janie, hey, you get your own little tribe there. They call.
I was just getting up at 3 a.m. You were going to bed, huh?
I've had like 3 hours sleep, and I just drink those power drinks, and I have to get the sales, and I want to educate the clients of what it's like on the opposite side.
Yeah.
We need to train the clients, teach them that when Heidi's working 8 to 10 hours a day and that high volume is turnover, you don't want that turnover. You want to keep that employee. You want to keep that candidate. Don't lose them. Right.
Turnover's not good for the company and it's not good for the employees. It's bad for everyone involved.
How many people are in your branch?
2.
And believe me, I would know what that's like because we have 2, sometimes 3, but the 2, we were constantly going back and forth. We're trying to fill 4 companies. And what happened now is people don't realize is I just had 3 people lined up and they changed the date to start the following week. So it's hard because now you got to call that candidate and have that conversation. Say, listen, they're not starting. Then and I feel right now, a lot of people with emotions, it's very hard. You got to, Steve, that you talk about it all the time, empathy. You feel for those people because I'll tell you, and I know I'm going to go, but when you want to wake up and you're complaining about it because you're going to work, there's people that want to go to work. They'll take that. When you complain about your job because you had to work an hour overtime, there's people out there that would really love to have that problem right now. When you got to do that commute and complain that you're going to drive an hour, there's people willing to take that right now, and they would 100%. Rather have that pain. Yeah. So empathy. But when you start changing things in staffing, that's why I don't shut up because it's just the adrenaline. It's adrenaline, and I love helping people. If you need 500 people, I'm going to get you 500 people. I don't care what it takes. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's and very few companies and people are willing to have that kind of make that kind of commitment and sacrifice because it is a big sacrifice. I see companies.
You work 60 hours a week, Heidi?
Well, it depends on if you count the time I'm actually on the clock or the time that I'm thinking about working when I'm off the clock.
That's it. We just got Texas finally back again Steve, we've always talked about working other companies. I know it's hard for some staffing companies because corporate, but it's not. I am now with MVP Staffing, helping them fill orders. I am now officially, and I told you before, with More Staffing.
Yeah.
So now with results. So now all three, I'm helping all of them. And
Awesome.
now who's going to win because you work together. Now it's harder for like an Elwood and say Staff Mark and bigger companies, but I myself, I will sell candidates to Elwood. Doesn't matter to me. I will send them anywhere because I want to help them.
See, I like working with local agencies, but I like the ones that are small, that are 1 to 2 branch operation.
Yep.
The ones that are 5 or 6 branches, I'm just going to crush them and put them out of business. I don't care.
It is. And Heidi, where are you located?
Logan, Utah.
Oh, you're in Utah also. What the heck? There's nothing in Utah. I tell him all the
Oh
time.
my goodness, Kay. We are going to have this conversation. I actually live in Idaho, so I'm just on
Potatoes.
board.
That's potatoes, right?
Yes.
Potatoes, right?
Yeah.
And Utah cows. I think he said cows, right? I mean, I don't.
Utah or Idaho is all about like the country living, the away from the big cities, camping, jeeping, having fun, enjoying nature.
So how far?
Idaho thinks Utah is the big city.
We do.
How far are you from Steve then?
Probably 2 hours.
Oh wow! So you just really do connect, and wow. Okay.
Not that far of a drive. That's just a couple pastures you drive past and you're there.
All right. But,
open fields, Stephen. This is open. Don't call them pastures. They are open fields.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. That's like Alberta's PA here. I got a call, where there's nobody. There's nobody. And they build the webs. They wear the warehouses where there's nobody.
Crazy.
I'll take the business, but there's nobody there. Why did
That's why you got to shut them in, Dave.
I've tried, and I've worked with Elwood. We've talked with the VP in Virginia. I'm not going to say her name, but I will later to you. But we've talked about helping and staffing because subbing contracts, yourself, you're going to reach out. Like if I need help, look, Amazon tells me no. Walmart, I get pissed. Sorry, I get mad. Walmart, no, we don't need your help. Okay, I'm staffing for you anyway. What do you mean?
They don't need anyone. They don't need anyone's help. They're
you have
competitive in their wages now. It's awesome.
3 to 4 staffing companies they have, and then they reach out to me. So now you're at a third party. So Walmart, guess what? I am filling your orders because they can. Yeah. So it works as a team, and that's where I said there's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, I work with Elwood." I think it's great to be able to say you work with another team because the temporary force is going to come right back around. When it gets slow, you know what? When it gets slow, they're going to go to another staffing. But then if they like Elwood, they're going to come back.
Exactly. Well, and
it's the same on the recruiter end too, because I hear all the time that they're like, "Do you mind if I look around to some different companies, see what's out there?" I'm like, I don't care where you go. I just want you to have a job. I want you to be able to get to work. I respect what it's like to be without work. Both my husband and I got laid off during the whole COVID. So let's get you to work. I don't care where you go.
Yeah, because and you said it perfectly there. That's what people need to hear with video. Because if they're watching this now, they're seeing the real Heidi. They're seeing Clark Kent over here. I call him Clark Kent. Takes his glasses off, Superman, start that. But if he just takes his glasses off.
I can't do it with the shaved head, though.
With his shaved head. But seriously, I mean, help everybody. Help them. It's going to come back around.
Yeah.
We have 11 agencies right on Union Boulevard. And I just would be, if I didn't like the person, I'd go down to that one, tell them they're hiring. But I can't say that now because I own the company. But you want to help. Send them if they're looking for forklift drivers. What's it matter? It's only going to last 3 to 4 months. Send them down there, and then they're going to remember Heidi. They're going to call back, say, "Hey, Heidi, thank you. Do you have anything open now?" So, and 100%. Again, to end it off for me is just really, really social media. Start checking out some of these newer platforms because I'm going to really check into this one. Who knows?
Send me that invite to Clubhouse.
I'm going to send you the invite, and then you're going to invite Heidi. I'll see if you can put them on the spot.
About it.
See? But Heidi,
I'm going to save my invite for somebody more important.
That's what I mean. I wanted to ask you, Heidi, since Steve didn't introduce you to you, what do you actually do and where? I know you have a branch there, but what do you specialize in at your branch?
I am a staffing recruiter, so I do all of the grunt work of business and make Stephen look really good.
Yes.
And I agree, right? You know, you do. How could you not? How could you not want to make them? And then what, you do all logistics there, the same thing?
It's, well, where there's only 2 of us in the branch here, we share a lot of the workload. So my branch manager and I are more friends than we are boss and you know, employee.
Hierarchical.
Just
All right.
we help each other out with everything. We do payroll together. We do all the recruiting together. We reach out to the companies together. I do sales with her. I reach out to Steven and do sales with him. I do social media, all of the above. And it's a shared workload with my coworker.
That's awesome. So do you need people right now?
Like in the Logan, Utah area to fill jobs? Absolutely. We have tons of openings. So
I am going to give you the biggest secret, and I keep saying I'm going to go for social media. All right. If you use Elwood's, use Career Builder or Indeed, it doesn't matter, right? You have Indeed, right? Jobs people apply, right? Go on there, open your page up. Now it's tedious. Okay. I'm sure you have text us, right? It's tedious. 25, you can click 25 at a time, right? Now I own, say, 7,000. See, those 7,200 this year resumes applied at Career Builder for me. So what I did today is we sat there, we did a text message. 25 at a time, we clicked, wrote a personal note saying, listen, I don't have a job for you. I don't have a job right now. I want to help your family. You know, please reach out to us. Go to our website, apply so we can help you, right? 25 at a time. 4 hours later, 4 hours later, people started to respond saying, thank you. I don't need your help. You had a couple people that would say, leave me alone. But utilize your website and utilize your Indeed from years, from all the years. Excel spreadsheet. All you need is your first name, last name, cell phone number. Forget about everything else. And you'll see that text us just like today over at Moore Staff. And they're like, what's going on? There you go. You know, they had 11 people within 7 minutes.
It's something that I tell people all the time, even if I don't have a job that meets your skill level. Like if you're overqualified for one of my jobs, I will send out your resume. I have contacts. I will utilize those contacts. Even if we don't have a contract with those businesses, I just know who they are and know their email. I will personally send off your resume because I care about getting you a job that you're going to love and stay in.
And that's awesome. That's what you got to do. And they're going to know, like, when you say that. Now, Steve's famous also. He's getting more and more. He's doing those live interviews at 4 a.m. You know, do you do live interviews, Heidi, at your branch? Do you do it?
I don't. I haven't had anybody brave enough to get on yet.
You're on it now.
She makes these little videos where she's the job hunter and she's got this little Nerf gun and she's going around the branch and shooting targets that say different jobs.
I do. I actually have my Nerf gun right here.
That's
And I got my Santa Claus hat.
Dave, get this. She was recruiting a flagger position, you know, flaggers that are standing out at the stop sign and stopping traffic for no apparent reason.
Right.
Well, she had her orange vest on. She had the stop sign and on the stop sign there was a picture that said 16 an hour on the sign, and she said, "Stop!" Like right at the beginning, first of the video, "Stop! Are you looking for what? How did it go, Heidi?"
I don't even remember.
You know, are you looking for a great flagging job, 16 an hour? And that got a lot of attention on LinkedIn. It was fun.
Oh my God! And then one more, Heidi, before I go, you want to make yourself a menu. Make yourself a menu.
Yes.
Just like for a restaurant. And you want to put on there, red and green are your top colors. Red and green will get you money, and people go to red. So when you do your menu of all your 14 jobs, like I had text Crayola, text XPO, text Tesla, text FedEx, all of them, right? So every time you put that word on that menu, put their job skills, what the requirement is, real short, pay rate, second shift, boom, text the word. It gets you right to the people that need it in your office. Well, there's only 2, but if you even had 3 and you handled Crayola like we did and even the Tesla, you know it goes to you. But with that menu, share it on Facebook, share it on Constant Contact, send it out as a text, Facebook Messenger. Go back to your Facebook messages from 2 years. Scroll down on your Facebook Messenger from as far as it'll go and cut and paste that message right there, that menu of 6.
Probably got a lot of those too, Heidi, because all the Facebook posts that you do.
Tons. I get tons of Facebook messages.
Scroll all the way down because a lot of those people haven't responded. Now you're going to see that some that say unattached. that means they've either blocked it or they've just changed their profile.
Right.
And it doesn't filter it out. Then I will teach Steve a way to where you can do a spreadsheet from Facebook. Everybody that's been on your page, you can download all their phone numbers, emails, first names, right there on the spreadsheet. Any page that you want. I think it's legal. I don't know.
I think.
I love how that's a secondary thought.
I don't know because, I mean, everybody has to see what Facebook, but it's going to be an FB. It's still, everybody has an email, regardless. You have that email because you're attached to it. So that's why you get that email. It's a certain software that you download. There again, it's corporate's kind of like, it's tough because you have that red tape. Because if I was to tell corporate, hey, I need this software to download all these names, they're not going to do that. It can't be legal. It can't be illegal because I do it. But
I'll plead the fifth on this one.
Yeah,
no comment.
But they're the kind of things that you've got to just really get creative now. I mean, I try to tell everybody, I'm always pumped up with it, is, I want to help people. I really want to help them.
Yeah.
And I care. When I get up in the morning, I've had a bad day, and somebody calls in crying because they just lost their job. What are you doing with the kids? It's hard to tell them. I don't have everything. I always say reverse the role. If you were that person, how would it feel?
Well, that's the thing is, you do high volume. If you do high volume recruiting, you can lose that personal touch. And I tell my team every day, you've got to put yourself in their shoes. And what did they do to even get to your branch, Dave? Like, did they have to 2 days ago arrange a ride from a family member or a friend and beg and offer favors? Like, or did they walk 2 miles, or did they catch a bus? Like,
did they COVID or COVID?
No, just anytime, pre-COVID or COVID.
I used to, the recruiters, we had 6 of them. They all knew I said it's coming. They're like, oh God, here we go, the tsunami. I would go in 2 to 3 hours work early, and I could control the flow of that office by just social media, texting, constant contact. That's all you need to be successful in high volume. You will drive those people to that office floor, and you'd walk in, and you're like, oh dear, what'd he do? Because, and I'm not just saying that because I can back it up. You asked.
I'm gonna give you controls of my region for a day and let you do that for me.
Just don't include Logan because we do all that social media stuff, and we do see the influx of people in our office. It gets insane over here.
Yeah. If you can drive them in, and I told you before, on Sundays is your best time to recruit. I know recruiters don't want to hear that, but I would give somebody off during the week that has children. I'd be saying, you know what, Cindy, why don't you take off 4 hours, but work 4 hours from home while you're watching TV, answering messages. Priceless.
I've noticed Sundays and 6 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what it is about 6 a.m. in the morning, but that's Steve. Like crazy at 6 a.m.
Wow. And do you still have, are you seeing, when you say you dropped off all of a sudden, Steve, was it because of the orders, or was it's just, you think we had talked about before the peak season?
Well, both. So, for the last little while, you're filling the orders, but then more keep coming, and then there's quarantines and there's and attrition, and you just never get caught up. But just overnight, it's like, attrition kind of fell off, and all the extra buildup and the launches and the catch up has all been caught up, and so it's just like overnight, you're caught up, and you're like, wow. Okay.
So, Heidi, how does offices get, when you get candidates to come in, do you make appointments, or are they allowed to come in the office now, or 6
Come
feet
into the
apart?
office anytime you want. I'll just wear my face mask.
That's what we've been doing. As long as you keep your distance, keep everything clean, you're fine there, because I know around here you can do that. And I got those little yellow things in the office here, stand back.
We just make them wait in their car, and then we just have them call, and then we interview them from their car.
It's a little different in Logan just because, we are different nature of the beast. But a lot of people, you don't have to have an appointment to come in. We'll take you as you are. We'll take you over the phone if that's easier, text message, email, in person. It's whatever's easiest for the candidate, because in the end, there are some people that are not very tech savvy, and it really is easier for them to come into the office, and they shouldn't be punished as not having a job for not being tech savvy.
That's awesome. That when you do something like that, you're right. Not everybody knows how to text. So what we just did today was, Leilani, she's almost done just a basic card, your postcards, a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
So she decided with Pinterest, all this, I was like, you know what? You're getting graded. I'll give you a good grade. I got to spend, I don't know how much yet because I got to order the card. She is going to go to Walmart and stand outside and just pass these out. Pass them out. I just walk up here. They're going to be like, whoa, but they're going to take it.
You should get little bottles of hand sanitizer and attach them to the card.
Come on, I don't have all that kind of money. I got to pay for that. But think about it. Would you have done that?
But one sheet of toilet paper, attach it to the back of the card.
Yeah. Well, no, Richard did wipe COVID clean. He collected toilet paper rolls. He put on there about his staffing company, Wipe Away COVID, but he donated it to all the nonprofit organizations.
That's cool.
So you think about it. He put his advertisement on toilet paper, clean up COVID.
So he's the reason of the shortage. He bought all the toilet paper up.
Yes, he did that. So, but all right, I'm going to let you go. And Heidi.
That's a new record, Dave. 55 minutes.
Holy bro, I got to do mine tonight at 9. And we had a blast last night talking about, a couple people were asking, where's Steve, Tuvi and all them, but we had a blast.
You had 90 comments. I haven't even watched your show from last night, but I was scrolling on LinkedIn and I'm like, wow, 90 comments. What did I miss?
It's getting better and better. We're having a lot of fun. And I'm actually letting the candidates, I'm actually trying to let them discuss what ideas they want to talk about. So, because if I go negative, it's great. It'll blow it off the roof. There goes Dave throwing the friggin' papers all over the place only because I can. If you did that, Heidi, started going, throwing all your papers, like that, everybody would be like,
look at that, it got stuck.
Yeah, you got stuck. But when I was so mad, and I was like, all these companies hiring, you won't hire me good. You won't hire me good, but it gets your views. But I don't want to be known. Would you hire that guy? Like, well, that guy's crazy, But if you show results at the end of the day, if you can back up what you say, and I back up everything, I don't care. I back it up, and I'll show you. You'll come back at me, say there's no way, and I'm going to say yes, there is. Right here, I've been there, done. Yeah. So recruiters
don't be the defense attorney for your problems, Dave.
See, Mr. Clark Kent over here. I mean, he always got to say, he says the right things, But before I go, Steve, come on, man, doesn't he look? See, I'm Superman.
Oh my gosh, he looks so.
Doesn't he?
What did you say?
I'm telling you, I got a Superman shirt too. I got to mail it to you. I got the Superman shirt.
I don't think Heidi was going to say Superman. She was going to say something else.
Oh, she probably was.
You looked different.
You look different. But I want to thank, Elwood's great. Elwood's great around our area here. They're a great company, and I always recommend them also. Kelly, they're all really good companies. There's a couple, but I'm like, no. Stay away.
Only Elwood.
Yeah, Elwood, Kelly, there's just the bigger names, Manpower, they got the recruiters, they got the staff, they got the training, they
just don't have Heidi.
They've got
that's it.
Staffing does have Heidi, Stephen.
That's what I'm saying. The other ones don't.
Are you trying to fire me or something online? Really? We're going to that level? You know what?
Right.
David, I am now unemployed.
See? I'm going to bring her on the show. You know what?
Oh, man.
I'm going to bring her on the show. And then, you got to come on the LinkedIn Live show over this one time. It's a lot of fun. David Stearns is coming back up. The CEO of Hootsuite, he's coming in about 2 weeks. I've negotiated that Hootsuite for social media. He's in Australia.
I can't wait to see that.
He's going to be very awesome. Andre's coming back for his thing, but Andre, he just pumps everybody up. I've reached out to 3 people on TED Talks. I love TED Talks.
Yeah.
So I reached out to them to see if they'll come on the show this year. We have a new process for it. We're always looking.
I like that TED Talk you sent me, where the gentleman, I forget his name, but hey, if you're looking for a job seeker to, that's just going to be there 100, stay at your company forever. Like, think again. It's a two-way contract. Like
integrity, personality. If you have integrity, personality, good sense of humor, you don't need a resume.
Yeah. It's going to be your social media presence. I mean, that's your new resume.
Share that with Heidi. You'll really like it. It's 12 minutes long, but you're going to sit back and be like, wow, I'm trying to get him on the show. I will get, so I did have the CEO of Career Builder. We got that all settled. I love Career Builder. They're awesome. I love them. great CEO she is. You know, it was great talking with her, and about 4 other VPs. That was even better. But only because
you know how to get them, Dave.
Only because I can. When I got to go back to the corporate world, oh my God, they're gonna have. I'm done. I'll be fired.
You'll get kicked out of the corporate world.
I'll be done. So I want to thank you both, though, seriously, to bring on somebody else from another company. It's great. You know, Elwood. I don't even know what time it is in Utah. What,
3:43.
Oh God, it's already 5:43 here. So, you know, I got to go eat. You know, or else she's gonna be like, "You're on that video again." You know.
Yeah, you need to go say hi to your wife and kids and.
Oh my God. And my black cat. I'm going to share. I got my black cat. With the black, get this, Heidi, the man in black. I bought a black kitten, and it's got a little bit of white right here, but that's okay. But I have to learn how to stick it right here so it don't move.
Not gonna work.
Yeah.
Cats don't train very well.
No, but picture having a cat, black cat right here behind the military stuff going like that, you know?
That's kind of scary.
It is. It just bites me. But on that note, thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Heidi, you're coming on the show. I'm getting you.
I look forward to it. I watch your shows all the time, and I love it. So.
All right. Then we'll talk to you soon, and thanks a lot, everybody.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yes,
and tune in tomorrow for more jobs update.
That's
Jobs
right.
all the time.
All right. Talk to everybody soon.